Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today we had something extremely strange happen on the 2-year anniversary of this channel. There was a weird glitch this morning that basically in the soulforge, a Zuul'Goth was available as a normal thing that you could craft, not as this thing where he would have crafted and needed 8 power orbs, but where you only needed 4,000 diamonds, 20,000 souls, and 10 celestial trait stones. With that being said, we have a copy. Or at least, I should say, we currently have a copy. This is obviously unintentional, or unintended, and they will be reverting this back probably any minute now. So while we still have this guy, for probably the only time we're ever going to own him, I figured this would be the perfect time to go do a video and go over some teams, because it is going to be forever and a half before we actually own a legitimate Zu-Goth. But yeah, they're going to be reverting this. We'll be getting a refund for all this, because anyone who ended up crafting this, obviously that's unintended. So they will be wiping it from everyone's account and giving the resources back, but I still want to go use it. We have this guy. Basically what he does is he kills an enemy, burns and freezes all remaining enemies, and then creates 12 skulls, can only be cast once. It's basically like a Great Maul, except different. Same kind of premise. It's tied at the highest mana cost in the game, though theoretically could be considered even higher than the already highest, which is Wordbreaker, mainly because he has no follow-up mana generation. Other than that, he has Jinx, which is good, Impervious, which is good, and 5 stat gains to all stats, which is also good. It is also currently the only troop in the entire game that a player can own that is classified as a boss. This is pretty much a bad thing, because that means every single thing with Boss Slayer can actually do additional damage to it, meaning they could basically one-shot it if you had like one of those mythic Boss Slayer things that do about 5 times damage or whatever it was. So yeah, it's kind of questionable if he's good or not. Basically what I'm going to be doing right now is testing 2 kind of skull spam related team that Great Maul tends to get used in. I'm going to see if a Zu-Goth functions better than it. So let's just get into that while we still have him. I actually haven't used him a single time because I wanted to record this as quickly as possible before we don't have him anymore. For all I know, I could go use it in battle and we won't even have him the second we go click on him. Hopefully we still do, and apparently we do. If we have him in the battle, then yep, we finally get to test Zu-Goth. Do keep in mind, this is probably the only time I will ever own this troop. Unfortunately, I will not be able to take suggestions or anything. I'm just kind of testing it right into the 2 Great Maul, standard Great Maul team. So this is the Mercy Inferno King Shagra combo that we're going to be throwing down right here. A little bit of a horrible starting board, but he does gain 5 to all stats per skull. So let's see. So, yep, that does indeed function. 5 to all stats. That is indeed a thing. Very nice. And there it is again. Another 5 to all stats. Again, no Mercy alignment, so we are going to have to poke around a bit and kind of just wait that out. Ideally, what we would have gotten here was one really quick Inferno King to go throw down. But we do have it right there, so let's go grab that. Get that down, get our alignment, and now is when the Zu-Goth really begins. Start getting that up, start getting all of our stats. We just pretty much just killed through a Gorgoltho with a 75% reduction. We have an instant kill. One interesting thing about this, good thing he has Impervious on his team, he is a 100% instant kill on anything in the entire game. It is the only version of it that exists at this moment at least 100% rate. So we can go and use this on something like Impervious. If we had Great Maul, we would not be able to do it on this because it has immune to Devour, and he can't stun it in order to make it vulnerable because it also has immune to stun. But what we can do is kill it that way. And down it goes. We get a skull off that. It freezes everything. It also burns everything, assuming they could be hit by those status effects. And that is that. Next team I'll be using utilizes the freeze burn a little bit more, particularly the freeze. But not much to really move here. I guess we'll just take a yellow, let him poke us. With how much durability he keeps getting from all those extra stats, that's barely even touches him at all. Again, just take another skull, keep getting our stats up and up. That Gorgoltho sure is tanking it out. We'll go and yes, get Shagra up, since that will be the next easiest way to kind of skull him down if we could find one more brown. We'll go take the skull there, and of course he gets Demonic Pack. Why wouldn't he? We'll go grab that again. We're up to 71 skull damage, and keep in mind, we don't have a single thing on this team that actually buffs attack. This is all just him buffing up himself, nothing else. So, you're brown to red, right? No, never mind, that's, yeah, you are. You can tell I haven't used Inferno Kick for ages, gosh. Go throw that over, take the skull. And that's that, right? Yep, one more skull, and down it goes. We even had a Shagra. A little bit late to start getting that team rolling, but yeah, we had pretty much everything right there at the end. And now, the team I'm really curious with it with, though I think we might end up blocking its mana a little bit too. Oh, not a Gorgoltho again, really? What's with Gorgolthos being so popular in first slot all of a sudden? Like right when we're trying to use skull spam. It's like every Gorgulfa in the game. But we're going to be going down this route. We're going to be going into a quick Valkyrie, into a quick Zuul'Goth, into Justice spam, into Queen Mab. Another possible option could be to use Courage Justice. My biggest concern with using both of those was Zuul'Goth blocks its mana way too much. So I'm using a Valkyrie. This will give it mana. It's a pretty standard Justice team. I don't personally use it much anymore, but I'm curious what it can do with a Zuul'Goth. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. And see how it runs out. So right here, what do we have to move around? He's going to Mercy, so we're going to let that go down. Move that over. As you can kind of tell, Zuul'Goth isn't anything special. We kind of knew this for a while now. He's decent, but for how expensive he is, which is 8 power orbs, not even 6, it is ridiculously hard to obtain. If I'm not mistaken, 0 people actually own him at the moment. We'll unown him in about a couple minutes once they get rid of it. For all I know, we could actually be out of it now. But, yeah, no one, I don't think, legitimately owns it at this current moment in time. It could still be a couple more months before we see that. And I know, me personally, I won't be getting it for like another year, if I even get it at all. Because it costs a lot of orbs, and I personally consider it to be a waste. You can do almost everything that this guy can do with a Great Maul or other alternative troops. He is slightly unique in what he does, but it's definitely not worth the price tag. It's kind of just one of those really shiny troops that you can get to show off that you have it. Anyways, let's go and get rid of, I guess Inferno King. Wow, I'm calling everything the incorrect thing. We'll get rid of Infernus. That'll be an instant kill. We'll get to 12 skulls. We'll throw Justice down on that. As you can see right there, we just double killed one back-to-back. Basically off his ability, we got that double kill. And of course with Justice, since this freezes all enemies, the synergy that we get with this is we freeze all the enemies, and then we end up getting a 4x boost ratio off of Justice, which gives you even more attack and HP. Let's go throw this down in there, get another Justice down. Don't even think I need that Queen Mab, nor can we actually throw it, so we'll just get that onto a skull, and see if we can get one more poke, I guess. And down it goes, another poke, and that will be that. So, that is the power of a Zuul'Goth. Is he worth crafting? Obviously not, but I figured we go and use him just really quick, since this is the only time I will probably ever get to do so. But, yeah, maybe one more time, just because this is the final time we'll probably ever get to use him. What is the best thing we could possibly use this against, as far as, like, countering teams? I guess Goblin team, then, because we have the freeze, we have the instant kill. We have a lot to be able to control it down. We can plow it down. The only thing that might get in the way is the agile on him. Yeah, we'll give it one more shot. It's going to be the last time we ever get to use Zuul'Goth, so might as well enjoy it. Okay. What do we move? We'll go take the red. Take that down. Actually, you know what? Since we still have him for a little bit more time, let me go and use him with a Great Maul and just see what happens with that. I'm pretty sure that would be really horrible. But I didn't bother making a team for it, so we'll go make a team for it real quick right after this, just to see what it does. Because I am pretty curious. We'll go take the purple right there, take the other blue. That'll be full mana, obviously. Kind of want to go all the way into Justice mana, though my previous turn makes it so I can't really do much here. Yeah, we don't have to drop for that. I guess we just go for the poke and hope it goes well. Biggest thing we'll need to get rid of is her, so we'll get that out. We did indeed extra turn, very nice. Do we take the skull, or do we try throwing Justice? I think we actually take the skull. We take that, and we have a little bit of everything now. Go take that just so we get another freeze. Well, then again, he's already frozen. That doesn't make any difference. We'll go throw that down. Did not get a skull, but did get an extra turn. So I guess we'll move that down. Could take a skull here. And then again, can Valkyrie do anything important? Yes, she can. She could go get an extra turn, double extra turn right there. Not like they stack, but still. Oh, Valkyrie. That's an extra turn right there. Yes, it is. We'll go grab that. Take the skull poke. Oh, did we have enough for Queen Mab? That skull could have been on him. We could have already won this battle. But easy enough board. There's so many blues. There's no way we're going to miss that. And down he goes off of that. So yeah, definitely not too bad, actually. That could be good if 4 times Impervious ever becomes a thing. Highly doubt that will ever happen. Oh, the meta. Dun dun dun. Okay, we'll test it against it and see what happens. He has Impervious, so if we use him first slot, that's actually not going to be a problem. So, our final Zuul'Goth team. Let's go use a Zuul'Goth Great Maul. I don't even know what we need for that. I guess Azura? No, Azura's blocked. What's a mana generator that's not blocked? They don't use red, do they? Wait, what colors is he again? Oh, they do use red. I need to find a mana generator exploder that isn't blocked by that. No, that's not Herdmaster. Let's see. Great Maul. Other biggest issue, too, is we can do Ward Breaker into... Oh, wow, this mana... Well, let's go use both the 2 highest manas. Well then, we could do Fair Shra and then cover absolutely everything. Oh, You know what? Maybe we should do that. If we do that, our average mana cost is... What's 24 plus 24 plus 32 plus 32? I can't do that quick enough. But that would be a ridiculously high mana cost. I think that's actually the highest mana cost team I've ever done. I know this team is horrible. I'm going to go do it real quick, though. Just for fun. Because it covers the highest mana cost. I think that is even possible, right? There's nothing over 24. Why do I feel like the answer to that is yes? I don't know them off the top of my head, but I know these two are definitely tied at the highest, the Zuul'Goth and Roadbreaker. Anyways, that's still pretty high, and the reason I'm specifically going those two is because it covers every color. I understand that this team isn't the greatest, but I want to see what happens. I do want to throw in the double green, because he's literally our only mana generator. Well, I guess Fairish Raw too, but he's completely blocked, so that's not going to work. So we'll go into double green. I don't think I need to do any kind of creative banner, just standard double green, and maybe not this team now. Now that we're doing that, maybe something just a little bit tamer. Preferably not a Corvash that's going to drain all of our 500 or 50 something mana. That's a little bit better. He does have the Gorgolfa counter. He has a Ward Breaker of his own. He can still legitimately win, so we'll give it a shot, see what happens. I don't even know what this team is at this point, but oh well. Maybe I should do another team too, since this will be the last that we could ever do with him for a very, very long time. Okay, we'll go and right off the bat, ideally I want to take a bunch of greens, but the only green available is a trap. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I could go for that. Try for the red extra turn. Didn't get it, but it's at least worth the attempt. So I think at this point we get Zuul'Goth all the way up just so he's not blocking. Also because we can use it as a single target to get rid of whatever his biggest threat is at the time, which will basically be whatever he's taking the most amount of mana on. So we'll find out what that will be in a second. Only problem now is we're starting to take a little bit of every single mana, which I kind of just need to focus one all the way to max, so the board isn't really helping us do that at all, is it? So he'll get Dragon Soul up. That's actually really bad because he has a lot of mana generation, and I don't currently have any of my own up because, well, we have nothing at all to really function for that purpose. But we will get a lot of mana into both of them if we get this Great Maul down, and we do indeed have the alignment for that, so we'll go buff him up. Need to make sure we keep getting some skulls to actually make sure he doesn't die. That would be good. He's not like a Great Maul. Great Maul, one nice benefit of this, unlike a Zuul'Goth, even though it does have slightly lower stat gains and everything, is it's a Devourer, so you do gain all of the stats from the enemy. Not the magic, but the armor, the HP value, and the attack value. Whereas when you do a Zuul'Goth, you do not get any of their stats, but you do gain more stats per skull that you get. Plus it has a little bit different of ability, whereas this creates a bunch of skulls, burns, and freezes. This thing does a 8 yellow and 8 brown, which will, which will go into those other two troops. So anyways, we'll get a skull right there. I think I'm going to go Gorgolfa Great Maul the Gorgolfa. One of the other reasons for this is this will get rid of his brown, and we're going to be creating some browns here, which could backfire, so we'll go do that. He did not revive this time. We did indeed land the extra turn. Didn't land anything to full mana, but that's easy enough to go swipe off the board. Kind of tempted to take this blue into red. This yellow isn't going to cascade into anything, so we might as well go grab that. That does indeed give us all the mana. I was kind of hoping that would go all the way into that, but now we can go for a single kill here. I don't know if there's really enough of skulls yet. I might actually go to Ward Breaker first, just to clear out the board and give us a better setup here. Highly doubt he's going to go too crazy with that, so we're going to get an explosion here. Hopefully get a bit more skulls than we currently have. We actually have Fairish Raw too, so a little bit more skulls. Not the greatest amount, but enough that I think it's worth casting it. As far as biggest threat, I guess at this moment it would be Ward Breaker. Even though he's about to get mana, we could easily take it out with skulls. Well, then again, I guess either way it kind of would have taken him out with skulls, because if we hit the Dragon Soul, it would have hit him with skulls. Anyways, we'll just go take that, get that down. Obviously, he'll transform into that. Oh, wouldn't that be funny if the baby dragon actually kills the rarest troop in the game? Now the first troop you ever get, because at the current format of the game, that's actually the first troop you ever get in the game, other than your hero. But that'd be funny if that troop, the first troop you ever get, meets the last troop you ever get. Oh, I should have had it killed it just for fun. Too late for that now. It was worth a shot. Actually, still not too late. It could have transformed and get redemption on it. We'll see. Maybe we'll get the kill. Let's see if the baby dragon that then grew up into a Dragonian assassin, rogue, will actually be able to kill it. I think I'm gonna let it. I'll give baby dragon this one moment in time. Let's go give it 2 skulls and see if it can do this. There we go, 1 skull. You only need 1 more. You got this. Wait, I need to go give him 1 more skull. Come on, take a skull. Stop hitting that. What do I need? I need to deliberately give him a skull. Oh, there's one right there. Duh. I don't even need to do anything. We'll just take a red. And there he goes! He killed the Zuul'Goth! The baby dragon killed the Zuul'Goth, kind of, technically. Close enough. Okay, we'll go and... actually, it was originally a Dragon Soul, then it was a baby dragon, then it was a Dragonian rogue. Interesting. Anyways, we'll go and kill out the thing. Obviously, we already won this. It's just a matter of actually applying the damage. and skull down. And there's the Great Maul with even higher skull damage at that point than the Zuul'Goth, which is kind of interesting too, because you notice the Zuul'Goth takes a lot longer to get started than the Great Maul, whereas once you get to Devour on the Great Maul, you just get that gigantic burst, and it seems to actually outdo the Zuul'Goth as far as a quick start. So, yeah, Zuul'Goth doesn't really even seem that good at quick winning. Maybe if you're going on the long term of a battle, but there's very few battles where you would need to go long enough where gaining that many stats would be useful, and it wouldn't really work in dungeons, or, I mean, not dungeons, it wouldn't really work in invasion or raids. Well, for one, it's considered a boss, so actually I don't think you could ever use it in any invasion or raid, since it doesn't actually classify as any. But even if you could, you wouldn't be able, it would be able to kill it in like 2 shots before you could even get functioning and all that, so it wouldn't really work out. But anyways, as far as Zuul'Goth, is he worth crafting? Obviously no. Not to the slightest degree whatsoever. We kind of already knew that, but this is the first time we got to test him, so I figured I'd do a video on him. Definitely do not craft him. Save your orbs for orb-related stuff, like actually upgrading things. I'm not sure exactly when I'll be throwing down my orbs, but I do know I will not be throwing it on a Zuul'Goth. Maybe eventually sometime down the line, but definitely no time soon. Anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for this video. If you still have any other questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.